First out of Fort Collins, 47-year-old Robert Howard Bruce of Pueblo is being investigated.
And I think there was a lot of students hoping for a snow day, but I think those snowmen are just going to have to wait.
Breaking news out of Fort Collins, a 6-year-old boy is home safe tonight after he was believed to have taken off in a homemade helium balloon. I'm here outside of the Heaney home where it continues to be a media circus regarding the family and whether the balloon boy was actually a hoax or not. Now, the family just arrived but has no comment on the situation at this time. The Safe Walk program has become an important asset to CSU, and with the simple push of this button, campus student officers come aid you in the walk to your destination. The building behind me has been a facility to the homeless for nearly 5 years now, and Fort Collins city officials are tearing it down to build a nightclub. The Center for Disease Control reports there are 186 people in Larimer County with HIV or AIDS. The investigation continues today regarding 10 Rocky Mountain High School students in possession of marijuana. The drumbeat brings us into December, the month that is heavy for many. It's the month that strikes those suffering with the effects of HIV and AIDS. It's the month his partner died.
Think about this in terms of waking up next to someone who you've loved in your lifetime and waking up next to them in the cold winter morning, to their death. That changes you.
Eli, Fernando.
A light for those lost. The candlelight vigil on campus Tuesday gave people like Ayuki hope people will see HIV and AIDS is not just a statistic. Dr. Ayuki is a communications professor at CSU. He reaches many every day, but he hopes just one will hear his voice.
Moving it away from just simply a gay man's issue onto it is a global issue that affects people from all walks of life.
An infection occurs every 9.5 minutes in America, a fact Jeremiah lives with each day.
It's been a psychological battle, and the fact is that it's a huge killer, and worldwide people are dying left and right from it.
An estimated 33.4 million people in the world have HIV or AIDS. 2 million die from AIDS-related conditions each year. 1 in 5 does not know they have the condition and may spread the disease unaware.
It's very important to learn what HIV is and learn how it's transmitted, because we need to be out there. We need to be working against this.
The Center for Disease Control reports there are 186 people in Larimer County with HIV or AIDS. 1 in 500 college students suffers from one or the other.
Raise your voice. Talk to
Half
your
of all
friend.
people who become infected with HIV do so before they are 25 and die from AIDS within 10 years.
I know that in loving Stephen, I learned how to love, and I learned a new definition of love that became meaningful for the ways that I share love today.
Brie Groves, CTV News.
I would define diversity as
knowledge of how other people interact with each other and how they live their lifestyle, and
a different perspective on various aspects of someone's life, like
just a whole melting pot, I guess.
Diversity. It's defined in many ways, and many CSU students don't feel that our campus has enough of it.
It's a lot of white people here.
I noticed it was a lot more Caucasians and stuff.
I think it's a very welcoming campus, but I wish there was more.
This university's most students are white Americans, and not many Asians or African Americans or Hispanic Americans.
From 2000 to the spring of 2009, CSU's percentage of undergraduate minorities didn't even go up by a full 2%. Faculty was no different. The minority count only rose from a mere 10% in 2000 to 12% in the spring of 2009. But Vice President for Student Affairs, Blanche Hughes, says that the majority at CSU care about increasing diversity on campus.
The numbers, it's like 70% of students that say we want to have more interaction with people who are different than us in terms of race and ethnicity.
Professor Kim is taking action in his class.
I invite guest speakers from different backgrounds and also try to introduce different perspectives in the classroom.
And cultural centers on campus have been updated and promoted in an attempt to increase diversity awareness.
We don't just provide services. We provide so much more in terms of helping students to be retained and even helping to recruit students on this campus.
But is that enough?
Some people on campus say a lot of times how they feel left out because a lot of the cultural centers are for different ethnicities and different backgrounds, but they don't realize that they can come in too.
And on a predominantly white campus, it's important that we have students like Garrett who promote these groups for everyone to learn.